clip that I'm about to play, this audio clip, you have Jink Ugar, who is claiming that Aaron Mate yelled at him. Oh, Aaron Mate yelled at you? That sounds quite preposterous. It goes against, really? I think it goes against his polite Canadian demeanor. I think Canada would have to revoke his citizenship if he ever yelled at anybody. Aaron Mate is very polite and kind, even when he disagrees with people. So for Jink to claim that he got yelled at, when would Aaron Mate have even had the chance to yell at Jink? Did he get on, somebody and say, "Fuck you, Jink, you piece of is that anywhere? Did that happen anywhere?" So the way I understand what happened, then Anna Kasparian is going to say, "Fuck you," about Aaron Mate, and then just start smearing the shit out of him, just like they did with Tulsi. So what it looks like to me, and, if I'm incorrect on these origins, but Jink had wrote some tweet about how both Israel and Palestine are fighting over their sky daddies, over God, over religion, which he got, that's an awesome tweet, to be honest with you. And then Aaron Mate had tweeted, "My God says that you're wrong," or some shit like that. That couldn't be, that's yelling? Is that just a little tiny 5-word tweet that was all in, lowercase? It wasn't like all in caps or nothing. But Jink is going to say that Aaron Mate yelled at him, and then Anna Kasparian is just going to fucking pop a top and say, "Fuck you, Aaron Mate." So they're actually going to be yelling, right? Talk about projecting. "Well, he yelled at me." "Oh, yeah, Aaron? Well, fuck you, Aaron. How dare you yell at anybody?" And claim that he was on Russia's and Syria's payroll or on their side. They work for him or some shit. So, I mean, this is the same bullshit smear against Tulsi Gabbard, but really this is treason, right? Now, Tulsi Gabbard, how come America couldn't pass the Stop Terrorism Act with Tulsi Gabbard? Well, because we couldn't pass the Stop Terrorism Act because in Syria, the United States government is on the side of jihadists and Al-Qaeda and ISIS in, our government's war against Bashir Assad. So we hate Bashir Assad so much, we're going to team up with, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, jihadists. It's insane that being allies with Al-Qaeda and ISIS is the status quo. Let's just stay the course, right? Just like in Iraq and Baby Bush, stay the course no matter what. This smacks in the face of the authority to use military force, the AUMF, which is what the entire war on terror is predicated on. And that means we can the AUMF says that we have to go against those who perpetuated 9/11. So what, you could say, Afghanistan, Pakistan, some of these, but Al-Qaeda, that was the main one, right? Actually, the 9 hijackers, or the 19 they were burnt up in the thing, and then Saudi Arabia, we haven't really done, just let Saudi Arabia completely off the hook, didn't we? And then you want to talk about fighting terrorism, fighting dictatorship, Saudi Arabia? I mean, aren't they're still like executing women just for showing ankles and shit, executing atheists and shit. Saudi Arabia is a big hub for, international terrorism. That's if we were being serious about fighting Al-Qaeda and ISIS, but the war on terror is just a cover for American empire. Let's be honest here. Congress never declared war on Syria, so I guess we're just going to quit, listening to the Constitution. Just keep on. The 20 nations in Africa, we got the 20 shadow wars. I don't think we've actually declared, Congress hasn't declared any war, I want to say, until, since World War II. So here's Anna Kasparian.
Chemical attack, yeah. Fuck Aaron Mate. Yeah, fuck you. Anyway,
and she goes like this, it wasn't even a good fuck you, "Hey, Anna, fuck you, what the fuck?" She was like, "Aaron Mate, yeah, fuck you," with a little thing. "Yeah, fuck you."
Come on, let's end the freaking pod. I can't.
Okay, see, that's what happens.
I can't stand that guy, and I can't stand the very intentional disinformation they put out there in regard to disgusting dictators around the world. The very people they seem to be working for, to be quite honest with you. Let's move on.
All right, we're done.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Okay, so let's, that was from halfway through the clip. Let's, hear what started it off, and then he's going to say, they said that Aaron Mate yelled at me.
They said Aaron Mate yelled at me.
Aaron Mate, Aaron Mate, everyone cares what Aaron Mate Mate has to say, right?
I love Aaron Mate. Aaron Mate is fucking a badass, you know. We used to have an anti-war movement here in America, and it seems like Aaron Mate is the only anti-war movement we got left. But yeah, I love Aaron Mate. What the fuck? He's polite, he's kind, he's a journalist, he's, you know, truth to power. Are you kidding me? What's not to like about Aaron Mate?
The guy who denies the Syrian children were killed with chemical attacks. Yeah.
And
Fuck
gets
Aaron
paid by
Mate.
the-
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, let's move on. Let's end the freaking pod. I can't.
Okay, see, that's what happens.
I can't stand.
I mean, if anything, this should be good for Aaron Mate because I believe he did like scholarly journalist stuff with that chemical attack on Syria, right? And that the whole thing with the first Iraq war was that they just threw a bunch of babies out of the incubators. Oh man, Saddam Hussein just dumped a bunch of babies out in the incubators, and they're all over the place. So chemical attack on children, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't know about that issue or not, but it's just sitting there. I don't know. Let me.
I can't stand that guy, and I can't stand the very intentional disinformation they put out there in regard to disgusting dictators around the world. The very people they seem to be working for, to be quite honest with you. Let's move on.
Okay, I'm going to just say some shitty-ass comments and then just fast forward without any. So, okay, Anna Kasparian, right? She's going to say, fuck you to Aaron Mate. So that's violence, right? That's violence. That's what AOC said about Jimmy Dore saying, fuck you. What, AOC, you're not going to get us universal health care? Fuck you. That was violence. But here Anna Kasparian is going to say, fuck you. Is that violence? Are we going to hear anybody from that side? You know, Aaron Mate. Let's read some Aaron Mate tweets. He says, in this insane and libelous clip, Gene Kugard and Anna Kasparian say, I am paid by the Russians. And that's what Jink says, seems to be working for dictators, says Anna, and deny chemical attacks on Syrian children. Anna, I don't care about their disdain for me, but I do care about being smeared. Yeah, that's good. Basically, okay, hate me all that you want, but you can't just make up shit. And then this is another Aaron Mate tweet. Thanks for the support over recent McCarthyite attacks on me with Russiagate and the Syria dirty war. There are people calling themselves journalists and grown-ups unwilling to engage on the facts and accordingly hostile to those who do. All they can muster then is smears and lies. He's absolutely 100% right with that. This is McCarthyite bullshit. Jesus Christ, I thought the Cold War was over. They used the Cold War to just motherfuck Jesus Christ. Okay, Russia. That's all they say is Russia. So, okay, Glenn Greenwald. I mean, they're the new MSNBC, are they not? They're the new Alex Jones. Glenn Greenwald, he tweets, it became completely normalized in liberal culture to just run around accusing journalists or anyone else disliked of being paid agents of the Kremlin, right? Oh, I don't like that person. Well, clearly they must be working for Russia. And now they just invoke this McCarthyite script on a whim. It used to be TYT and Russia Today were the only places you could actually get the truth, right? Russia Today, yeah, they want to make America look bad or what have you because it's Russia TV, but they're the only place where they tell us the truth. So really, you need the truth to be able to, you know, you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of reality. And then they say, just invoke this McCarthyite script on a whim. Remember when Hillary did it to Tulsi Gabbard? It's now a reflex. It is. It's just a fucking reflex, right? So what's next? You know, Amy Goodman's going to say, well, she's fucking Kremlin, right? Russiagate, this and that. Fuck you, right? Fuck you. That's real violence, right? Fuck you. No, Anna Kasparian, fuck you. No, Gene Kugard, fuck you. That's real violence, right? That's what AOC said about Jimmy Dore. So instead of the Democrats getting the January 6th commission together, you know, the Democrats, we run the presidency, we run the Congress, and fighting against real tyrannical, fascist, racist violence, right? That's real violence. The kind of violence that, you know, physically hurts, destroys property, leads to death. But instead, Anna's punching down, right? Punching down at other journalists who's doing the same work that, Jesus Christ, no wonder there's no anti-war movement, no wonder there's, and isn't that a kind of death threat to sit there and say that they're treasonous, traitorous? What, Anna Kasparian is calling Aaron Mate a spy? A traitor? What, he's a Benedict Arnold guilty of treason? Didn't we execute the Rosenbergs over shit like this? Jesus Christ. You know what I think is treasonous? Endless war on drugs, endless police brutality, endless poverty, endless homelessness. Not having universal health care. That's treasonous. Did they do forced vote to get us universal health care? No. They can't do that. And this just makes me respect Aaron Mate even more. Even in the middle of this, he's just still saying, look at what they're doing. And Aaron Mate has to endure this stupid bullshit. I mean, I don't know if Jink and Anna Kasparian can understand, but you could be against the war, you could be against the empire, against imperialism, still be for America, still be for the Republic, still be for everybody, your friends, family, and neighbors, but you don't want to go bomb the shit out of some fucking nation in the Middle East. You're sick of these endless goddamn wars. You're sick of empire. You're sick of imperialism. It's possible to be against the war and not to be fighting for their side. So that's just such fucking stupid bullshit. So that makes him what? A spy for fucking Bashir al-Assad? Is that what Anna Kasparian is claiming, that Aaron Mate is a fucking spy? Jesus, I'll talk to you about his, impressive journalistic career here at the end. But Aaron Mate is not a fucking spy. If anything, you would think that Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian, since they are not pushing to get these changes that we need in America, Bernie Sanders lost 2 times. You're the premier fucking opposition media? How come you all keep on losing these major fucking fights for us? Jesus Christ. This reminds me of when Michael Moore spoke out against the Iraq War, right? The war in Iraq is bad. Does that mean he wants Saddam Hussein, to win, and that Saddam Hussein's a great fucking guy? And then he just got smeared. In fact, that's a Nazi quote. This is Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian engaged in Nazism. Hermann Göring. They said, okay, here's the interview, okay? That way we get the full quote. Let's put the quote in context, right? The guy asked about America. He says there's a difference between, Germany and America. And in democracy, the people have some say in the matter through their elective representatives. And in the United States, only Congress can declare the war. Well, that's a silly argument to make. Congress doesn't declare the war. The president and the military-industrial complex declares the wars. We don't even know how many military bases we have around the fucking world because they don't tell us this information. We're just, walking around with blinders. They're not going to tell us why they're, in Cameroon and Niger, we're just going to plant some military bases. Why? Because a bunch of, the deep state, the military-industrial complex wants it. Oh, okay. Syria, they never asked us if we wanted a war with Syria. Why don't you put it to a fucking vote? How come Congress, because they know that if they asked the American people if they wanted this war, we would say no. So the guy, Gilbert, asked the question to Hermann Göring, and then Göring says this: oh, that is all well and good, but voice or no voice, the people can always be brought to the bidding of their leaders. That's easy. All you have to do is tell them that they're being attacked and denounce the pacifists for their lack of patriotism and exposing the country to danger. It works the same way in every country. This is, in any country, this is what Anna Kasparian is doing. This is precisely what she's doing. Denounce Aaron Mate for his lack of patriotism. What, you don't want to just be gung-ho, rah, invade, kill, destroy, occupy new nations? What, you're not just going to go rah, along with the fucking... So in regards to Aaron Mate, Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian, TYT, they're totally being Nazis. They're working on stifling dissent. Yeah, these are the people that's in charge of making sure the good ideas are being spread all around. Aaron Mate is awesome. I saw a quote that he's a polite but dogged skeptic. Perfect. Yeah, a polite but dogged skeptic. Yeah, let's hate on all the fucking peaceniks. Let's hate on the hippies. Let's hate on the anti-war people, Anna Kasparian. On Russiagate, he was right. The Mueller report concluded no collusion. Aaron Mate is a Canadian-American journalist, reporter for The Gray Zone. He used to work for Democracy Now! He used to work with Amy Goodman. He's a contributor to The Nation and Real Clear Politics. Listen to these. These are like fucking awesome left-wing groups in America. Democracy Now!, The Nation, Real Clear Politics. He hosts the show Pushback with Aaron Mate on The Gray Zone. Then he moved to Brooklyn, New York, and worked as a reporter for Al Jazeera, Democracy Now!, Vice, The Real News. Listen to all this. Is an amazing fucking career. His father is Gabor Mate, which apparently he's a columnist, physician, author, but he's also a Holocaust survivor. He's a Holocaust survivor. So Jesus Christ, right? Aaron Mate, shut your fucking mouth. Listen to the Nazis, right? I think that the Mates have got enough of the goddamn Nazis. In fact, the last 4 years of the fascists and fucking chiefs, I'm sick of the goddamn Nazis too. They're pushing back. They're pushing back against the official narrative with the very few wars that they even tell us what, is going on. Aaron Mate is fantastic. He is fantastic. The last thing I want to tell you about Aaron Mate is that he was the primary researcher for Naomi Klein's book, The Shock Doctrine, The Rise of Disaster Capitalism. The Shock Doctrine, he helped work on Naomi Klein's The Shock Doctrine? That's amazing. He was the primary researcher? So basically, it was him and Naomi Klein that fucking wrote the damn thing, right? So I don't know what's not to like about Aaron Mate just because he says his God says Jink is wrong. Jink is wrong about a lot of shit. Jesus Christ, Anna and Jink, let it go. Let it go. You guys are supposed to be the professionals. You're supposed to be the ones that, play it. You're supposed to, when they go low, you go higher. But Jesus Christ, they get right down in that fucking mud, don't they? Jesus Christ. Just like the Palins, right? So maybe this is validating, to Aaron Mate. I think that Aaron Mate should take it like this. He's taking it in stride, and then, this will be old news in a couple of days. But it looks like to me that Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian feel threatened by Aaron Mate, right? They feel threatened by Aaron, nice, kind, polite Aaron Mate. The only people that could be threatened by an Aaron Mate are the people that's afraid of the truth, that's afraid of justice, that's afraid of peace, that's afraid of getting a better world, that's actually afraid of real change, right? That's why Joe Biden's in there, right? Because he's so smart, because he's a right-wing fucking conservative, and he's not going to get us, he's not an FDR, not an LBJ, he's not going to be one of the greats. So anyways, TYT, go fuck yourselves. Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian, go fuck yourselves. It's fucking bullshit. Sitting there shitting on fucking nice guy, polite Aaron Mate. Why? Just because he's friends with Jimmy Dore? Is that what it is? This is just a Jimmy Dore versus Cenk Uygur fucking thing? Jesus Christ. I like that Francesca Fiorentini, so it's not like forced to vote isn't, all, be all whatever. Just go on. Just fuck it. We'll do it live. Roll the tape. Cut his mic. Fucking Nazi fucks. TYT's